Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over how I do my hair pretty much after I wash it, or I wash and let it air dry, which is what I mostly do. So I did go ahead and wash it, did my makeup, let it air dry pretty much about 80%. And before I go in and blow dry or do anything like that, I always use a little bit of a leave-in conditioner. Right now I'm trying out this one from Briogeo, and it's the Rosarco Milk leave-in conditioner. I've been loving it. It smells really good. I pretty much switch off between this and my It's a 10. My It's a 10 leave-in conditioner is tried and true. Love it. Just keeps my dry hair really nice and moisturized and hydrated. So now that I've done that, I'm going to hit it really quickly with a blow dryer. Again, because my hair tends to be dry, what I do is I wash it at night, let it air dry, and in the morning I'll go in and wave it and put some product in. But I'm actually matching my hair dryer today. Look at that. It's like little purples right here. I am actually going to try out a new hair dryer. A lot of people ask me like, what hair dryer do I use? Honestly, my favorite one is the Conair Infinity Pro. Got it from Costco a couple years ago. And then I tried the Dyson one and I love that one a lot, but I'm also trying to keep in mind budget. $500 for a hair dryer can be crazy expensive for some people. For someone like me who has pretty easy to style hair, there's no like crazy curls to it that I'm working with. I had one of my girlfriends try it who has really coarse hair and curly hair, and she always gets it blown out. So I had her try the Dyson and she was like, this works really well. So it all depends on whether or not it's worth the investment for you, but I just want to try out different items and hair dryers of all different budgets to see if they're worth it. So this one is off of Amazon. It's called the Wazor. I literally have not tried this yet. So it has the diffuser option. So if you wanted to do just some like quick little waves, you have that. And then it has the nozzle if you want to do like a blowout. Oh, it's really pretty. Look at that. It's like a soft matte. Gorge. All the settings: high, low, medium, and cool. You have the cool blast too, which is a good feature to have, especially if you're using it to blow out your hair. I find that when you do the cool blast at the end, it just helps set the curl. All right, so I just used that hair dryer. It worked pretty well. I'm gonna link it below. The one thing I do like about it is that my hair is not feeling frizzy, which I feel like a lot of times after blow drying or doing like a rough blow dry, it's a little unruly. Okay, now that my hair is kind of prepped, what I'm going to do is take a little bit of serum that I'm gonna put in my hair. And this is from Ranavat Botanics. It's called Mighty Magesty. It's actually for your hair and body. It's like a nice oil. Oh my God, it smells so good. I just take a little bit and I concentrate on the ends of my hair. I do not use this up at the top of my scalp, although I would if I was using it as like a leave-in at night or during the day. But because I'm just using this to style, I'm concentrating on the lower ends because I don't want my hair to be weighed down. And also I notice whenever I put oils closer to the top of my scalp, unless I'm actually doing like a treatment, what happens is that it makes me actually have to wash my hair more. Then I'm going to take this heat protectant hairspray. This is from Beachwaver, and I've been using this method for a while and I really like it. I basically take a light hold hairspray and I'll run that through my hair almost as a way to prep the hair before I take a curling iron to it. And I noticed two things. One, my hair doesn't feel stiff or crunchy after I style it and then spray it, but also it just holds the curl a lot better. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the curling iron. So I'm going in with my T3 micro curling iron. This is the interchangeable wand. So that right here means that this base can be interchanged with several different barrels. This on top, it's hot right now, so I'm not gonna take it off. This is the 1 1/4 inch. It comes with 3. So it comes with the 1 inch, the 1 1/4, and the 1 1/2 inch. I use the 1 inch pretty interchangeably with the 1 1/4. 1 inch is just gonna give you more of a tight, softer wave, and I'll usually use that when I want more defined curls. The 1 1/4 is probably my all baseline go-to. It gives you that nice undone wave without feeling too curly, not too wavy. It's just, it gives you the body definition, all that stuff. And the 1 1/2 inch, I use it when I want like that really blown out kind of just nice body. So it doesn't have a wave to it all. It almost would look like I just got a blowout, if that makes sense. Going in with the 1 1/4 inch and going to just separate my hair pretty much like right at the crown area is where I'll pick it up. I have the bottom pieces right here, right? A lot of you ladies were asking me on Instagram Live when I showed how I do this, like the right way to do it without getting crimps. I'm gonna show you a little trick that I go by. So I hold the barrel vertically, or the iron, and whatever's closest to your hair, the side that you're going to curl, you want the barrel to be there, and then you want the clamp furthest away, and you want that to be near your face. So start vertically, and then you're gonna kind of be diagonally. And on the left side, which is what I'm doing, you want the clamp to be facing upwards. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take about, let's just take like a good 1-inch section right there. And you want the clamp upwards, remember, on the top. So I like to kind of run once or twice. This gets really hot, so just be careful with it. And I like to take it, I don't start at the scalp, I go down. And one thing I do too is, if you want a little extra volume, do you see that? Right there, it's just flat. You can take this barrel. See that? You get a lot of lift just from doing that. So you can do that. That's a little trick I learned from my girl Jamie O'Banion of Beauty Bio. So I grab it, pull it down about 1.5 inches from the scalp. You turn it and then you pull down again, turn it, and I leave about 1 inch of hair. And just let that sit for about 15 seconds, and then you let it go. And then I pull it out just a little bit, but you see, it just gives you that nice kind of wave. So when it's all done, you've done your whole hair, you just get like a nice undone wave. I let it sit like this. I don't go and use my hands or fingers to like let the curl out just yet. Even if this is too curly for you, let it sit, because what I've learned is that as it cools down, it's holding the curl, and then you can use your fingers to separate, and it just holds the curl a lot better. And I'm just gonna continue that all the way around. Same 1-inch situation, maybe a little thicker. Yeah. Pull down, turn away or from your face, then pull down again, and then turn and leave just about that 1 inch. Now we're gonna do it on the other side. So for the other side, same rules apply. You want the barrel to be closest to the side of the head that you're curling. And for the right side, this clamp is going to be underneath. So whereas on this side, the clamp was above, this is going to be underneath. So when I say that, I mean like we're still curling away from your head or from your face. You pull and you see you're curling away, but the clamp was down. You see that? And I'm pulling, curling, and then leaving just about that 1 inch right there. And then you have the curl. And don't worry if it's a little too wavy or curly for you. We will sort through that afterwards. A big don't, for me at least, unless I'm doing a specific curl, I don't like to curl inwards. See how this is horizontal? This is how you would curl if you want it to be like the old school waves, right? I'm curling inward like that. I don't like that look so much. Sometimes you can interchange it a little bit, like some people love doing that because then you get some more body and volume. So it's great to do that, but for my fronts, I tend to always do it outwards, away from my face. Someone had also asked me about crimps. You're going to get a crimp in your hair when you go against the grain. So for instance, let's say I'm starting right here with the clamp above and I go this way. Do you see how it's causing a crease underneath? Because you can see the hair doesn't naturally, it shouldn't be going that way. Do you see that? That is a crease. We don't like that. Look at that, that's a crease. That means like when you're folding it, you can almost see the hair bending versus taking it and going this way. See, it just smoothly glides around, and that's going to give you no creasing. I'll just show you guys again. So I don't start at the scalp, pull, turn, pull, and when you pull down, you just want to use your finger to release the clamp just a little bit. I usually like using a clampless iron for those days that I really want like a specific type of S-curl or wave. It just takes a little bit longer for me to do, but some people prefer it, so whatever you prefer. So now for the top part, I'm going to just kind of keep my hair parted wherever it falls, which is pretty much in the center. And I'm gonna do the same idea, barrel vertically, and I'm gonna grab an 1 inch section. And again, I like to have some volume there, so I'm going to roll my barrel just right under to give it some volume. Do you see that? Look at that. Clip is above, on top. I turn, pull a little bit, and then I just let it sit. And you can see, you get like that nice little wave right there. And obviously, depending on your hair length, you're gonna do maybe one less turn. If you have really short hair, you're gonna do one more turn if you have longer hair. But this whole technique is kind of what I have found to work really, really well for getting that kind of beachy, undone wave situation. And you can do that same little technique with the lifting at your roots, so you don't have to tease or anything. Like for me, I have like a dome-shaped head. I always have like an uneven sitting here, like it doesn't look always like nice and round. So I'll show you what I do for that. Let's say for like this back part, just because again, I like to have that extra volume, I'm going to just take the barrel and I'm going to just kind of curl it under like that on the top. You see that? It just gives you like a nice lift without teasing or anything like that. Now what I'm going to do is, before I actually spread it out or take my fingers and use it to tousle my hair, I'm going to take the VIP volume and powder spray from Kerastase. Love this stuff. And I'm lightly going to spray it at the roots, and then I'm going to work my fingers into my hair and kind of let the curls out. But do you see that? It just gives you that undone body. Nice and tousled and beachy. And then the ends are still undone, so it doesn't look too perfectly coiffed, you know? Same thing here. I basically just take like one layer at a time and spray it under, and then you work your hands through it. This method works so well with just keeping everything in place. Now, let's say you want a little bit of, like some people like to have like that blown out look in the front. You can just take a little bit of your like front bangs here, and I'm gonna curl away from my head, almost as if we were just creating a little bit of a backwards curl. And I'm just going to let that go. And it kind of gives you just that really soft, kind of blown out wave look. See that? And then if you want, I sometimes will just kind of go back in with the volume and powder spray to make sure it's how I want it. And then you can go in with a little bit more of that hairspray. And I like to spray a little bit in my palms, and I will just make sure that everything is like the way I want it. So I'll kind of take it to the ends. But I don't like to directly spray the hairspray as I say that I did it. But I don't always like to directly spray the hairspray, just because I find that it sits, and then when I try and style my hair the next day, it just gets a little bit more tough and, you know, harder to use. So I like to use product, I just use it minimally. The next day, this should pretty much stay, but I will just take the curling iron, the same curling iron, and I'll like lightly redo the fronts, and I'm good to go. If you guys want to see anything else from me, be sure to let me know. And obviously, if you have any questions on, you know, the waving or the tools I'm using, whatever it is, let me know, and I will be sure to answer you guys. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!